Picture this. What if the apps on your phone aren't just for scrolling? They're weapons in a silent war for your mind. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spilled the beans in 2025, calling social media the most important weapon on the modern battlefield, and urging control over platforms like TikTok to shape what you see and believe. But behind the scenes, it's not just leaders, it's billionaire executives at massive media companies pulling the levers, twisting narratives to protect their empires and push hidden agendas. Welcome back to Declassified Exposé, your go-to for uncovering the power plays that shape our world. Today, we're diving into the deep corporations controlling the media, the elite figures running them, and why they're doing it all. We'll expose how these giants enable everything from foreign alliances to outright cover-ups, with social media as their ultimate arena. And the best part, we're waking up to their games, as scandals like the Epstein files prove the cracks are showing. So let's get into it. First, who's actually running the show? Our media isn't free. It's owned by a tiny club of corporations. Back in the 80s, about 50 companies controlled most of the US media. Now, it's just about 6 mega firms that dominate, like Disney with ABC and ESPN, Warner Bros., Discovery running CNN and HBO, Comcast owning NBC and MSNBC, Paramount with CBS, Fox Corporation, and tech behemoths like Meta and Google pulling distribution strings. Why? Profits from ads and subscriptions, sure, but also power to shape the stories to protect their interests, like tax breaks or deregulation. These companies rake in billions of dollars while deciding what goes viral and what gets buried. And the executives at the top, they're not neutral in any way, shape, or form. They have personal agendas, alliances, and lobbying muscle to push policies that keep them on top. Take Rupert Murdoch, for example, at Fox Corporation. He's built an empire pushing conservative narratives, winning awards from pro-Israeli groups for his coverage. Why? It aligns with his business goals and alliances, including support for Zionist causes at Fox that frame stories to rally bases. Then there's Larry Ellison at Oracle, snapping up TikTok's US ops. Why? Control over data and algorithms means influence over what young people see, potentially tilting global opinions for profit or personal ties. But these executives aren't operating in a vacuum. They're why companies enable the influence. For instance, Ellison's close with Netanyahu, donating millions to pro-Israeli causes. But that brings social media as a new battlefield. Netanyahu called it out in 2025. Platforms are the most important weapon for securing support, especially in the US. Why? Companies like Oracle, TikTok, they give the executives the tools to moderate the content, amplify allies, and suppress critics, all for agendas like foreign policy wins or business edges. Watch this clip. See how Benjamin Netanyahu openly admits it.
What we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is followers. TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. Exactly. Very good. And, you know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot, and I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now.
That's crazy, right? He straight up calls it a weapon and name drops TikTok. Netanyahu pushed for influence over TikTok and X to fight the battle. And with Ellison at the helm, it's no wonder critics are seeing biases creeping in. At Fox, Murdoch's pro-Zionist stance means coverage often favors certain narratives. Why? To build coalitions that protect media empires from regulation while advancing executive alliances. But this isn't just about Israel. It's about companies worldwide using the media to safeguard power, from oil lobbies to tech giants. And deep government ties supercharge this. U.S. companies lobby hard. AIPAC funnels millions to influence policy, aligning with executives like those at Warner, David Zaslav, a pro-Israeli donor, or Disney's Bob Iger with similar ties. But why do these companies play along? Massive aid flows means business ops abroad. They love it. Plus deregulation at home. But it's a two-way street. Companies get protection and governments get favorable spins. In action, media giants skew coverage, more airtime for certain views and less for others. Why? Executives push agendas that boost stocks or personal causes. On TikTok's post-deal, moderation shifts could favor one side. Why? Ellison's ties make it a tool for influence, not neutrality. But there's a shift that's changing everything. We're starting to wake up to these lies and manipulations. Take Jeffrey Epstein, for example. His scandal is a perfect example on how companies and governments work together to bury the truth. Kash Patel, the FBI director, once promised files exposing the list. On Joe Rogan in June 2025, he downplayed it, said no major videos, nothing big, and just lied to Joe Rogan's face, basically. Take a look at the clip.
So I'm
How much can you talk about what you've seen?
Not yet. Just what I've told you.
Can you say you've seen anything?
No, that's the point. That there's nothing in there, like in the video. You guys would be bored.
You're talking about the video of the murder or the suicide.
The suicide.
But what about the video from the island?
Oh, sorry. So you're talking about two different
Yes.
things. So
sorry.
So again, we're going to give you everything we can, and people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize women. We're not going to put that shit back out there. It's not happening, because then he wins. Not doing it. You want to hate me for it? Fine. Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
If you have access to it.
If I have it. Period.
Right.
If I have it.
So
where else would it be?
Right.
He's sitting there telling Joe Rogan that there's basically nothing there, acting like it's all overblown. But in hearings, Patel claimed no credible ties beyond Epstein. But December releases showed 10 co-conspirators catching him in the lies. Why? Protect powerful allies via media spins. Rogan called out his BS later, said it doesn't make any sense. Here's Rogan pushing back. Check out this clip.
When Kash Patel was on here and he was like, there's nothing. And I was like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to say. My thought was, and people are like, why didn't you push back more? My thought was like, I'm just going to put this out there and let the internet do its work. Because there's nothing I can. The guy's saying there's no tapes, there's no video. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone knows it doesn't make any sense. The whole thing was nuts. And then he's like, well, we have a film. We're going to release that film. And the film has a minute missing from it.
Yeah.
Like, do you think we're babies? Like, what is this?
See, even Joe Rogan saw through it. This Epstein fallout is just one piece of a bigger picture. We're awakening in real time. Public outcry forced those Epstein releases despite the government trying to hide everything. Social media buzz spread the contradictions far and wide, and trust in these companies and executives is eroding faster than ever. People aren't blindly accepting the narratives anymore. We're questioning, researching, and calling out the inconsistencies. That's the real power shift. But as we wrap this up, it's clear that media controlled by these companies and executives isn't unbeatable. it's already showing serious cracks as more of us start questioning why they push these agendas in the first place. From the Zionist slants at Fox turning TikTok into a battlefield tool, it's all about holding on to power and profits. But these scandals like Epstein remind us that when we push back collectively and demand the full story, the lies start crumpling one by one. We're no longer just passive consumers scrolling through curated feeds. We've become active truth seekers, supporting independent voices, cross-checking sources, and holding the gatekeepers accountable. The tide is turning in our favor, and every time we share videos like this, dig deeper on our own, research beyond the headlines, and call out the BS together, we take back a little bit more control over what we believe and how we see the world. That's the momentum we have right now, and it's only growing. So keep digging deeper, stay skeptical of the mainstream spin, and never stop asking the hard questions. And remember, you're a part of this too. If this video hit home for you, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll reply to every single one. I read every single comment. Hit that like button to help spread the word. Subscribe with notifications turned on, so you don't miss the next expose. But again, thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you all stay blessed. Have a great day. Declassified Exposé out.